Yo, what is up guys? Nick Nakai here, Let's Drift Media. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button down below. Really appreciate it. So today's video is gonna be how to become a real technician, as I call it, or as I used to call it, because back when I was changing oil on the lube rack, any kind of big jobs, real jobs I call them, it would be like, we'd be like all lube techs like, oh no, it's gonna go to the real technicians, like as if we weren't real technicians, because that's just kind of how I saw it when I was on the lube rack, like being a real tech. So that's what today's video is gonna be all about, is my tips and advice to move your ass off the lube rack to become a line technician so you can make that real money and start building your experience, because it's a lot more fun, trust me guys. So real quick, if you could drop a comment, say you're already a line technician, how long did it take you from changing oil on the lube rack to move up to become a line technician? Just so we can get some feedback from the viewers. I think that'd be really awesome for the young bucks out there watching this video. So I just want to kind of do this video to help out the young bucks and also maybe give some hope and shed some light, because I think a common misconception is like, oh, I'm gonna go to school to be a mechanic, I'm gonna finish my school and then I'm gonna start doing badass stuff at work, like I'm gonna be on the line, I'm gonna go to a dealership and start pulling motors and doing badass stuff. That is not the case. I guarantee any line technician at a dealership you ask how long they were on the lube rack, it's gonna be like minimum of a year. Like if any less than a year, they got super lucky, and that's like one out of like needle in a haystack. But more than likely you're going to be changing oil at the dealership for at least a year. Partly reason is there's going to be a lot more lube techs than just you, and everyone on the lube tech wants to move up, and most places they kind of go by seniority. Some places go by like who they think is going to be better fit for the job. It's not always seniority, but a lot of places there are. So just little guidance is just don't think you're gonna go straight to the line. Like it takes time. So that's one thing too. A lot of people I feel like get discouraged. Like I've seen lube techs come into the dealership and they really want to be a line technician, which is cool and all, because who doesn't want to make money and get paid for like how hard they're working and do more fun stuff than change oil. But you just have to remember that it's gonna take some time. Like I say, like minimum of a year I would count on. And also, if you're a fan of gaming, I've been live streaming a lot on Twitch lately, playing Call of Duty.
Oh my god!
So if you're into that, I'd really appreciate it if you can hit your boy a follow and maybe tune in. If you guys want to tune in the channel when I'm going live and maybe ask some questions or whatever, it's live, it's kind of just whatever. So yeah, that'd be great guys. So if you don't know my background, I have about 7, almost 8 years of Toyota experience. 4 of those years were working as a lube technician, and I had a reckless driving. I ruined my driving record, so it screwed me over. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then I have a couple years, the rest of them being on the line. So still fairly new, I would say, to being a line technician. I still have so much to learn. Like 3 or 4 years isn't really shit when it comes to working at the dealership on the line. So that's that for Toyota. A year at GM as a line technician, and a year and a half at BMW as a line technician. So that's just a little bit of my background. So I would say first tip of advice is keep a clean driving record. When I was on the lube rack, I was probably there for like a year, and I probably could have started working my way to start moving up, and then I got a reckless driving for street drifting, which was 2 points on my driving record. So pretty much any dealership I've been to, if you have more than 2 points on your record, you're uninsurable by the dealer, so they're not going to be able to hire you, or sometimes they might even fire you. Most places will fire you if they can't insure you, because being an auto technician in this industry, you have to have a clean driving record to be insurable, because you're driving customer cars. So driving record is a big thing. If you're new to this industry, don't take it lightly. Don't be getting speeding tickets, stuff like that. It's really going to set your career back a lot, as it did with mine, because I got stuck on the lube rack for 4 years because I had to wait 3 years for those points to fall off my record. So it really screwed me up. So try and keep a clean driving record, or if you have points, do whatever you can to get those points off your record to help shoot you in the upward direction. Next tip of advice I have is get your certifications. I preach this. Everybody, even at my work, all the loop techs or even techs that are already techs, I tell them, get your certifications, ASC certifications, whatever training you can go to, try and get into, because it makes a big difference. Yeah, it doesn't really like make you a better tech, because it's just like at the end of the day, it's just a piece of paper like ASC's. ASC Master Tech doesn't mean you're an ASC Master Tech. You're just certified on paper as a Master Tech. But those certifications go a long way. Like, you have to put into your picture, like, say you have 2 loop techs. Both of them want to move up. Both of them have maybe been there for like a year, but one of the loop techs has all 8 ASCs. Or maybe he only has 4, but the other guy has none. So the people up top, they're going to be looking at both of these guys like, who should we move up? More than likely, they're going to move up the guy with the ASCs. If they're like comparing 2 people, one with ASCs, one without them, just because he's showing like that dedication, like he's trying to invest in his future. And not only being ASC certified makes you look better on paper, it allows you to do more jobs. As far as Toyota, you have to be ASC certified to move up in the Toyota ranks. Like, they have the Toyota Expert rank, Toyota Master rank. To get Toyota Master, you have to be ASC Master certified. So the sooner you get them done, the better. They last a good couple years. So, and then when you go to research, you only have to take half the questions. I have a whole video about ASCs on my channel if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, just get your ASCs, because ASCs help you in so many ways. You can get paid more per hour. They just, yeah, they'll give you raises possibly if you have more ASCs. And also, you're allowed to do more jobs. Like with Toyota, you have to be a certain ranking in the Toyota and to be doing some of these recalls. So there's a lot of recalls that I could do because I have all my certifications that a lot of technicians can't do. So at the end of the day, that's more money that I'm potentially able to make than some of these other technicians. So certifications, guys, certifications. It's a big deal in the dealership world, trust me. I say just sign up and get them done. Don't, it's funny because I feel like I'll ask some of like the younger guys I remember at other dealerships, like, oh, like, you getting your ASCs? And cause like I want them to move up, I want to see them succeed. And a lot of answers I get, it's like, oh, I'm working on it. And it's like, what do you mean you're working on it? Like, if you do not have a registration date ready to take your test, you are not working on it. Like, you're just bullshitting yourself. So just stop bullshitting yourself, sign up. Take the test. If you fail, you'll kind of have a better idea of what's going to be on the test, and then you can go at it again. You can take them as many times as you want, and if you pass the test, the dealership will even pay for them at most places. Sometimes they'll even pay for them if you fail. So there's really no reason to not get them. ASCs, man. Can't say it enough. Another tip of advice I would say is gonna be work ethic. Work ethic's gonna probably go the longest. I'm kind of neck and neck. I mean, I feel like work ethic goes a lot more than having paper certifications, but paper certifications just look nicer and are nice to show for yourself. But work ethic is a big thing because there are a lot of lazy technicians, and dealerships don't really want lazy technicians. They want people who are going to grind out hours, make the dealership money, make themselves money. So work ethic comes into play a lot. Like when I was on the lube rack, my goal every day was like to do the most oil changes. Like I wanted to do more oil changes, more jobs than any other lube tech there. And I'm pretty sure that helped to move my ass up because they saw that I was a hard worker. So having that solid work ethic is really going to take you a long way, because they're going to be looking, say they're looking to move somebody up, they're going to look at, oh, this guy's lazy, this guy's not. If you're like a guy who's like willing to ride or die for the company, you're willing to stay late, you're going the extra mile, it's really going to help you in moving up, because they're going to see you're a hard worker and you want it, and it's just going to help up your chances, versus say you're kind of like the lazy guy and you're like, whatever, like it's not my car, like I don't really care, like oh no, my time's up, like I'm out, like that type of attitude, or like that they don't pay me enough attitude, it's not really going to get you where you want to be. Yeah, it may, like there's maybe some people who don't have a good work ethic, but somehow they slipped through the crack and moved up. But if you're trying to take that like express route to really grind out and move up in the ranks, I recommend like just hustling ass every day you can. Like, I know sometimes, like, you're not gonna feel like working. I even get that all the time, like, every now and then, like, I don't have that motivation or drive and I kind of drag my ass all day, but, I mean, it's not like an everyday thing. Like, I would say for the most part, I've always just been, like putting the pedal to the metal, like, trying to do as much as I can. And I really feel like that's taken me a long way in this industry. Work ethic. I can remember too, when I was on the lube rack at my dealership, the motto that really stuck with me was from my first shop foreman. He said, if there's time to lean, there's time to clean. So that's always stuck with me, like, since then. Like, I could just always remember when I was on the lube rack, we finished up all the work, there was no work. He didn't want you standing around. He wanted you to pick up a mop bucket, start mopping your stall, clean your toolboxes, take out the trash, take out the oil filters, stuff like that. So I feel like that's something that's, I don't know if it was just where I was at, but every other dealership I've been to, it's like kind of when there's no work, I just see them kind of chilling. So I mean, I don't blame them, but that's just where I came from. It was time to lean, there's time to clean. So it's up to you if you want to kind of take that or not. Another thing too, it's not like you kind of just go straight from the lube rack to the line and start flagging. Usually the process, from what I've seen, is they'll pair you up, like maybe you're a lube tech, they'll pair you up with like a master tech, a shop foreman, or a team leader type style guy, and you'll just shadow him and kind of mentor him, like anywhere from like 6 months to a year usually. I trained with my team leader for a couple months at my first Toyota, and then they decided I was ready to be on my own, and they let me loose to flagging. So it's another thing, don't be kind of like scared or intimidated, like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to be on the line, because they don't just throw you in there most of the time. Sometimes they do. I'm not saying they never will, but for the most part, I would say they kind of train you and hold your hand, and you kind of just work with like a badass, and they show you the ropes, show you what to do. Like a lot of things too at dealerships, like Toyota at least, it's a lot of recalls and warranties. So a lot of it's like repetitive stuff. That's what they're gonna start you with anyways. Like when you're first on the line, they're not gonna be slamming you with like heavy diagnostics and like stuff like that. They're kind of just gonna give you a lot of gravy, brake jobs, alignments, simple parts changing stuff, just to kind of get your feet wet. And then as you get better and you start learning more, like more diagnostics, then you'll start getting that. But that was one thing for me, I was kind of scared. Like I never felt like I was like ready to be like a line technician, because I was just scared that I didn't know enough and I was gonna get stuck and I just wouldn't know what to do, or I was gonna break things. But you just have to remember, you're gonna break things, you're gonna make mistakes. As long as you're honest with your employers, usually it's like not that big of a deal. Anywhere I've been, I've messed things up, damaged things, broken parts, scratched cars or something. Just let them know and be honest, I would say, and usually you're good. And then same with like the diagnosing part. In the beginning, I felt like super scared and intimidated, like even like a check engine light, a simple thing, like I would be like, oh my God, like it could be so many things. And even now still I'm intimidated by diagnostics and stuff, because I don't have that much experience, but I have gotten a lot more experience diagnosing cars, so now it's not as scary for me. And I kind of just take it whatever they give me. If it's heavy diagnosing, then I'm gonna take it, because at the end of the day you're gonna learn from it and you'll be able to apply that knowledge the next time you get it. And that's just something you can't just pick up or learn from a book, you kind of have to go through it. So yeah, really appreciate all the love and support, guys. Just remember, if you are starting on the lube rack or something, or you haven't even started on the lube rack, just remember it's gonna take time and you're gonna have to grind your ass off, and probably there's gonna be points where you feel like you're not getting paid for how much work you're putting into the company. But trust me when I say it, it is worth it, because once you're on the line, it's almost like you're your own boss. You kind of do what you want to do in a sense, not do whatever you want to do, but you're your own boss. Like if you want to grind out and make hours and make money, you can do that and you'll have a nice fat paycheck. If you just want to chill and be lazy, you'll just have your minimum paycheck. So trust me guys when I say it's worth it, is all I can say, speaking from my experience. So that's all I got for you guys this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and subscribe to the Twitch. Tune in, start chilling, have some vibes, some gaming vibes, if you guys are into that. If not, it's cool, but that's all I got for you guys. So catch you guys later. Peace!
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker.